Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harsh. I am senior manager at Samsung Memory Solutions Lab. So today I'm gonna talk about Zero-ETL solution that Samsung has developed internally. It's an innovative solution for that our team developed, which focuses on certain key areas of TCO improvements for our customers using our Samsung SSD and NVMe drives. So let's start. So this is what some of our customers say. We are working actively with Moody's and VMware for our SVK RAID as well as Zero-ETL features. As you can see, we recently did a webinar with VMware where you can go and check out what we did with VMware, but basically I'll come to that. But we did SVK RAID feature with VMware Greenplum database. Check out the link in the VMware webinar. And what's our main goal? So main objective with SSD Value Kit, that what we want to develop is to have an ease of adoption and as well as host of features for our customers so that they can easily adopt and innovate so that their TCO is reduced in the long run, right? So I'll come to how we are doing on the TCO part in a moment. So the main focus will be to reduce time, effort, and money for our customers. So this is the SVK architecture that I have been talking about. This is SVK is a software suite that enables users to easily adopt and utilize Samsung's innovative SSD solutions. It's easy to adopt for customers, and it has certain features that we are able to develop on top of our different host of NVMe, FTP, CXL based SSDs. As you can see, we are providing multiple services through this SSD Value Kit for SSD optimized RAID, Zero-ETL, and CXL services and QLC services. So the key goals here is to reduce the development cost, time to market, and provide innovative solutions to our customers. So, and one good thing about this is they don't have to change a lot in their applications. It will be easier to integrate in terms of deployment as well as integration. And if they want high performance I/O path through certain APIs, we should be able to provide that too. So depending on their usage and requirement, we will provide that high performance I/O path too. So as you can see, we provide a separate installable software package through this PB, which can work on any off-the-shelf SSDs or storage targets, and it will enable software defined storage vendors to use SSDs in an innovative way. For example, you have certain computational SSD or CXL SSD and all, right? So you can offload certain functions through our SVK module to those SSDs easily. So again, this is an optional service which will be able to work with object, block, as well as file system, different file systems. And first use case I want to talk about is SVK deployment with VMware Greenplum, which I was talking about earlier, one of the solutions that I talked about out of 5. So Greenplum is a massively parallel processing file system database from VMware. So we are able to deploy RAID, SVK RAID on the Greenplum cluster in a large cluster, and we are able to evaluate performance on that. So as you can see, we are using Samsung SSDs, Gen 5 servers, and with SVK RAID on top. And Greenplum is able to extract similar performance as without RAID. So the key value here is the throughput with TCO benefits for our customers. We are working with OEM vendors for software as well as hardware RAID. so to give more options to our customers. And this is what the webinar also talks about, that earlier I was talking about. This is what the benchmark we did with VMware Greenplum, TPCDS benchmark on the Greenplum. And we are, with SVK RAID, we are able to achieve less than 2% throughput impact and almost similar CPU usage on the cluster. So as you can see, like it's less than 2%, and basically what we are saying is with our software RAID, the performance won't go down, and it will be able to provide fault tolerance to our customers at the same time. So thereby, like in the long run, we'll reduce the TCO too on top of that. So. And the second use case, what I want to talk about is Zero-ETL. So what is ETL? Everybody knows, right? So ETL is extract, transform, and load, right? So it can be very challenging and time consuming for our customers, because if the database or data source changes, then they need to change the application, and it is not on time, I mean like real time. So it has to, we have to run the pipeline first and then generate the results for ML models. But what we are talking about is with Zero-ETL, we will be able to do away with all those things on the near to storage, where we will do extraction, transformation, and load inside the storage module that we have. So as you can see, this is the disaggregated storage software that we developed internally, and it is completely open sourced, high performance object storage, and we deployed a Spark cluster on top of in the client node, and we are able, I'll in a minute I'll show the performance, but main feature here is the speed, simplicity, and the savings for our customers. This is a typical deployment model that we used for Zero-ETL, a single node DSS target subsystem with multiple object storage endpoints and the Spark driver and executor nodes on top. So as you can see, we offloaded stochastic data generation on the DSS target, and ML calculation is still happening on the Spark side. So ETL pipeline contains three things, right? So overall, so synthetic data, data filtering, and ML compute units, right? So first, what we did was to replicate an ETL pipeline in Amazon S3 with Databricks, and try to see like how the pipeline works and all, right? So, and what are the stages of the pipeline, etc. Then we changed the storage from Amazon S3 to our DSS object storage with DSS host on top, and we replicated the similar pipeline and same performance benchmarks in our lab. And the third thing that we did was to offload as you can see, we offloaded synthetic data and data filtering into the DSS target object storage, so that Sparks are free to do only ML compute. They don't have to generate data, they don't have to load the data, so it gets quite simple in terms of Spark management. So the thing that what we want to emphasize is, once we have this in the next stage that we are currently developing, once we have the ML compute units also inside the DSS object store, the Spark compute nodes, you won't need lot many Spark compute nodes. So thereby the customers will have, they don't need to deploy lot many Spark nodes and the computing units, right? So they will save infrastructure cost, capex and opex in terms of like long-term cost also, and the cost benefits will increase even more when you go for larger data set. So, and we did a use case with our partner Moody's, as we saw in the second slide. So we offloaded stochastic data generation to our DSS object storage, as I said, right? So we did different data sets on that, and we are able to achieve across the board on an average 40% TCO benefits when compared to Amazon EMR. So And this is just some part of the pipeline, right? There are a lot many things to do in that pipeline too. So and this is a short demo that what we did in our lab. You see Amazon EMR topology and Samsung Colo cluster. We ran the same pipeline on Jupyter Notebook interface on both the clusters, and we are able to achieve, you see 8 minutes and 31 seconds here, and which we have completed our pipeline in 4 minutes and 3 seconds. So as you see, there is a instantaneous 40% TCO benefits for this kind of workload. And this is a short demo showing deployment framework. So the one main thing for us is to have ease of adoption for our SVK feature, so that customers can easily take it, deploy it. Imagine having hundreds of nodes in a cluster, right? So and like easier deployment is the key goal for our SVK feature. So we are able to deploy seamlessly, and as you can see, there are multiple stages where we have admin node, and there can be one or like hundreds of petascale nodes on the right side, and it will be similar time to deploy. And in summary, SSD Value Kit is an installable, easy to use, easily managed software development kit, and SSD as a first couple of use cases, we implemented Zero Value Kit, ETL, and SSD optimized RAID. As you see, like both of them with certain benefits that we are able to showcase to our customer for reducing the TCOs. And of course, upcoming that we are going to add in next few releases are CXL services, QLC services, and so on and so forth. So the thing is, we can the beauty of this is we can add as many features as possible. As and when Samsung develops new kind of innovative SSDs, we'll be able to add and seamlessly integrate into our SVK, so that customers don't have to do a lot of changes in their software stack. Yeah, I think that's all I have today. If anyone has any questions, then let me know. Otherwise, thank you.